end is open, my friends. Battles have yet to begin. Laughter will be had in gales and floods, but if not, at least there will be blood. The sorrow and loss may abound. We'll do our best to hold this hallowed ground.
Welcome back to Nightbane, where we are heavy in combat against some vampires. This is all happening at lightning speeds. We have found out that the vampires have a lot of attacks. And are thick, like Nightbane. They are supernatural creatures, and they are hard to hit, and the dice haven't been really working for me, but they do seem to be on the advantage at the moment. Or, on the upper end of this beatdown. Let's see where we go from here. We're at the top of combat round 3, and Lawrence is up.
Hey, I'm still stabbing at the same old guy. So
I guess we'll have to break out the vampire abilities now.
no. Where's that dice? There it is. Alright, dice, you've been serving me well. Just give me a natural 20 on my attacks. Okay.
Can you tell us what type of vampires there are in this world? Like, are we dealing with Twilight vampires, Vampire Diaries vampires, Bram Stoker's Dracula vampires?
You're dealing with Nightbane vampires.
I rolled a 4.
That's
I missed.
Not helpful.
My attack, you missed. Natural 4 on the dice. So
okay.
Nothing.
Millie.
Same
as always. Are you asking that question of them? Stop, forgetting your combat one. Go. If you had to put yourself into a movie, what movie would you be putting yourself into?
Okay, Twilight was a series of books. The Vampire Diaries was a series of books and then a TV program. And Bram Stoker's Dracula was also a book. So we're going on literature. We're not. Yeah, but we're not being uncultured. There's so much literature involved. But no, I'm just going to stab him with a tree branch.
Is uncultured.
Okay, tree branch.
14. Wait, hold on. That makes it 15.
Okay, you will dodge. You will not dodge. But at least it was a better roll. It was a 12. It's just they have no dodge bonus.
I will roll my 5 dice and count up. Catch that one. Okie doke. 6, 12, 15, 18, and another 20. 20 damage.
Nice. Okay.
Maybe I can't count.
Doing good, doing good. He is not looking the best. Ox, you're up. The one that your guys is on is definitely not looking very good. He is not happy.
Well, I'm gonna try to whack off his head.
Whack off his head for me.
It's a 9 on the die for 12.
He will dodge. He will actually dodge this one. 19. So, no damage. Yay, he survived. And it's on their turn.
Wait, he takes no damage?
He dodged.
Oh, not full parried. Dodged. Okay, very good.
He wasted an action dodged.
Fair enough.
Yes. Yes. Okay. We're going to take things just a little bit more out of sequence, since they all technically are attacking at the same time. I am not doing the one on Lawrence first. I'm actually doing the one that you guys are double teaming. He is going to look around and go, "This isn't worth it, guys," and becomes mist. And the next one becomes mist, and the next one becomes mist. That's what they do on their turn. They become mist.
It's anticlimactic. For all of the, like, rolling her shoulders now, a little bit stiff, a little bit uncomfy. For all of the beatings we just took, I kind of hoped we'd at least get to end something.
Not vampires. Sorry. There are two things you can definitely count on in vampires. But they're very hard to kill, and they're cowards. When they get outmatched, they run.
Do you think we should bury her?
I mean,
Did they turn into mist and run away? Or are they still, like, hovering around?
They left.
Okay.
Unless you know of a way to attack mist.
Aerosols, flamethrowers,
so,
dehumidifier.
Dehumidifier.
Ox was it? Well, Nightbane. Maybe they come back to life.
Her? What? What do you mean? Oh, God. What happened to Florence?
She got cut up by claws.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just carry her body for a while and see what happens.
Alright, well.
I don't think we come back, but I'm, again, basing this on absolutely nothing. It just seems a little far-fetched.
Well, she was our only shot.
I feel like we should loot her, for lack of a better term.
We should go burn down the place where those vampires came from in justice or something, or run. One of those two.
Well, yeah, running would probably be is my vote. But first, she has like a notebook that she's been keeping information in. If she has like a compass or something, I feel like that could be handy.
Sure. Let's do that while we leave, huh?
Sure, yeah.
Ox will hold the corpse, and then while walking across the road, go through her pockets and such.
And I will be flying in circles. I'm going to shroud myself for this, so I can't be detected, but I'm going to be flying around in circles and everything, just to keep an eye on the terrain and make sure there's no cars coming or blockades or more vampires.
You're good.
Cool.
You get across the road, no problems. You continue your hike. You loot the body.
I just realized that we didn't stop for cash before leaving.
For what?
Cash.
Oh,
Like
cash.
in case we do need to buy something, we won't be able to because we left all our stuff, including debit cards and everything.
I assume, as a driver of a vehicle, Ox has his wallet.
Oh, you wouldn't have left that in the car?
Yeah, guys don't work the same way as most females. We bring our wallet and our stuff like that with us everywhere. We don't leave it in
Even
the
when you're
purse.
being hunted?
It's just always in my jeans.
It's just in our pockets. Constantly. Our wallet is always with us. So, Millie might have left it, but Lawrence and Ox probably have their wallet.
I was thinking more about along the lines of like traceable identification, like trying to intentionally leave that behind. You'll just brought that with you?
You can't
Yeah, I suppose.
trace the cards unless they're used.
Look, Lawrence, I don't know how computers work. There's chips inside things.
Lawrence isn't sharing any of that. That's just me, sorry. Lawrence right now is maybe 10 paces away from the rest of you all, not talking to anyone, and not looking the direction, still going the same direction, and if anyone tries to engage him in conversation, it's just a...
Okay. Well, I didn't bring any cash. And it looks like someone's feeling a little sick. I don't suppose we have any...
Give me your percentage dice.
Oh, cracked. Landing in the one crack. Almost in the middle. 49%.
Okay. I'll give you the 1%. 50-50, but you're going over the battle of fighting the vampires. You're still unsure on, you know, what this whole supernatural thing is, and just why human stuff doesn't hurt you and other things do. So you've got a conundrum in your head right now. If a human came at you with a tree, it wouldn't hurt you, but it was hurting them. But they're supernatural creatures. Which, if all supernatural creatures have your density, you shouldn't have been hurting them. But it didn't look like they had a weakness to wood. So there's a conundrum there. Something else for you to try and puzzle together. But you're pretty sure that they were vampires. It's just, yay! Vampires exist!
Yeah.
Especially when they mystified.
Yeah. That's a pretty good giveaway there.
And you know, vampires, by book legend, can be staked, but you don't know what's real, what isn't real.
Mm-hmm.
Just a conundrum for you to think about. But here's another thought. And this one's a deeper thought, and this is going to mess with Lawrence for a bit.
Oh, he's already broken. Let's see what happens.
Great. Tree branch. Regular old tree branch. You know, if you were to swing at something with your supernatural strength and hit something, you would shatter the tree branch. That never happened in this combat from anybody.
I think these things are like registering in his brain.
Mm-hmm.
But right now he's a little bit more concerned about the fact that his family units have no qualms picking up a dead body, are not freaking out by
Looting
it at
it.
all. They're looting it. They have no issues with any of this. It's like they're completely different people. He's a little shattered by that. But yeah, back of the mind, registering.
Back of the mind, it got registered. There are lots of other things, but yes, go ahead.
Would he be mumbling any of this out loud by chance?
No, he's very pointedly avoiding eye contact with the both of you and avoiding being too close to the both of you.
Okay, because Millie's dealt with corpses before. She's kind of desensitized at this stage.
He's not.
Yeah, but I feel like he would have known.
Lawyers typically don't deal with the corpses. So unless Millie's given him like lengthy stories about all of it.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about like court documents and evidence and pictures and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, there's a huge difference between pictures and the real thing.
She doesn't smell yet.
He's still
Barely
super
different.
concerned. Still super disturbed and concerned.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we got across the road. Yay! And we're gonna go here 30 miles. Which will put us not to the lakes. I think, given that we do not like crossing roads in daylight, and that is a power line path. Hey, I'll take it. I am going to put some coordinates and say this is where you get to. And coordinates. Current location. Okay. Boop. Just for the people at home. If they want to follow along on Google Maps or Google Earth. That is where you get to. It's right before a road. Again, same routine. You don't want to cross the road during daylight hours.
Presumably it's been more than 5 minutes since the
What?
combat.
Yes.
So we should all
What,
be
full
at
health?
full health.
You're at full health, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're talking, this is almost morning now on the 17th.
Okay, sweet.
Daylight on the 17th. You're well beyond full health. Flora has not regenerated or come back to life.
Now we are sort of stuck in between two urban areas. We'd have to go. I'm not sure we can go south enough to get around it. We can go like straight north up towards the city Iron River. Try to like sneak through towards Lake Nebagaman.
Did I get the wrong coordinates somewhere?
Copy pasted. We are
Yeah, okay.
just south of Drummond, right?
You are just south of Drummond, yes.
So if we go north towards Iron River, which is a city or small town. So through Camp Nine Pines State Natural Area.
Why do you want to go north now?
Why do
Just
we
curious.
want to go north now? That is a
Well,
good question.
isn't all that area to the left
Urban?
it's like
No.
it's lived in? Crazy?
Well, loosely lived in. Going north takes us closer to much more lived in locations.
All right, fair enough. You think these are all just like one house farms?
They
Yeah.
look like it.
Okay, fair enough. All right, cool.
Yeah, I
Well, that
think
makes
you're
it
good
easy then.
going west yet. You might have to do a little bit of maybe going a little bit south to Miss Barnes or Solemn Springs. But I think in general west direction yet would still be your best bet. You need to get around Duluth somehow. That's your biggest urban area you're going to need to figure out how to get around. what pathway you're going to take to go around that.
Oh, you're going pretty far west.
Okay, cool then.
Yeah, these are farm little territories, but yeah, I think going
We'll
north
head
is
towards
gonna
the
be-
Brule Glacial Spillway State Natural Area.
Glue Spatial Stairway. Why did I say spatial stairway? That made no sense.
I don't know.
Yeah. Glacial Spillway. There we go. Got there eventually.
Over that away.
Yeah.
Brings us north of Solon Springs into the potential of much more clear in the future. That's fair. Yeah.
I will say, and Ox will say this aloud. So Flora seems not to be coming back.
Right.
So barrier at this point. Additionally, she didn't have the. Let me rephrase. Don't want to be disrespectful towards the dead. She was not as useful as one might have hoped from one who's been doing this sort of living for a decade. Should we consider getting in a boat, going across the lake?
No.
You don't think so?
No. It just feels wrong. Like there's something in the middle that we should go around.
Well, we don't have to go to the middle necessarily, but it'd be easier to get around Duluth if we just go across that little finger of the Lake Superior there. But if it causes any kind of fear or anything, I don't mind going through the woods. But
Wait, actually, which lake is this?
Lake Superior is what's just north of us.
Okay, yeah. Millie's not going in Lake Superior.
Fair enough. Well.
Sounds like there's a story there. But anyway.
Yeah, it's some ancient instinct she doesn't know or understand. She doesn't know why. The real story is because monarch butterflies, when they migrate, they remember, like through the hive mind and all that nonsense, they remember that there used to be a mountain there, so they used to not be able to fly across, and they used to have to go around and circumvent the region. So, that's it.
So.
But she doesn't know why, she just knows that that's not an option.
Well, while we are here by this road, Ox will dig a shallow grave with his hands. That seems like something he could easily do.
Oh yeah, easily.
Till up the earth first with your roots. Make it soft.
Yeah. Too easy. And lay floor in it. He is going to leave like this much of her face uncovered on the slight chance that she's not dead, and he doesn't want to kill her by suffocation. So,
being a forester, you do know what that will leave open to the animals, right? Just so you know.
It's true. She'll be dead though.
Yes, she is dead.
So I'm gonna give her the best chances I can.
Okay.
And do it that way. I'll go. I will. Is it what time of the day is it?
It's daybreak right now on the 17th.
Okay, great. So I'll have some time waiting for the sun to go down.
Oh yeah.
So I'll build a little I'll take like a bunch of branches and make like a little fort sort of over her, so that the animals have a harder time getting into it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll take some time and do that, and then I'll go to sleep. Rooted into the ground.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
I have a sleep.
Lawrence?
Lawrence still isn't sleeping.
Lawrence isn't sleeping. What day is this not sleeping?
It's at least day 3.
Okay. Anybody else? Anything? Okay. Somebody give me a percentage roll.
I will do this. Okay. If I can find the correct dice, actually. Okay. Yes, I will do this. 23.
23.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay. Nothing major for the day. As far as personal items for Flora, she didn't have any.
Oh, I thought she had a notebook.
She had her magic book,
Oh,
which
bugger.
appeared,
Yes.
and you have no idea how that appeared or where it was stored when it wasn't around. She did have a medallion.
What does this medallion look like?
It looks like an ancient coin, but you cannot determine from where. Call it a medallion, call it a coin, call it whatever. That's the only item she had.
I will take the medallion.
Okay.
I assume it's on some sort of string?
Yes.
Okay. I tie it to, like... No, I don't... I tie it to, like, my wrist as a bracelet instead of touching it. Well, no. You know what's... It's a bracelet now. No comment. Bracelet.
Beyond that, you get through the night without any, or get through the day. You get through your sleep period without any problems, except for Lawrence. Lawrence is creating his own problems. Is there anything else you want to do during the daytime period, Lawrence? Besides freak out?
He's just sitting, really heavily contemplating things.
Okay. Next day. Next night. We're on the night of the 17th. And we're going to do our 30-mile trek. Going a little bit north of Solemn Spring.
We're going where now?
A little bit north of Solemn Springs. Just bypassing the town that way. on the north side.
Oh, the most recent link. Okay, yes. I was
Um,
zoomed out too far to see the town name.
My maps are not the best in this area. It looks like they haven't updated them in a while. Yeah, since 1985. Wow, that's
What?
That's old.
On Google?
yeah, on Google Earth, yeah. The area that I place you guys at hasn't been updated since 1985. I can go a little bit higher up and get a better map, but it's weird.
How would there have been?
There were satellites in that time frame.
Yeah. It's
It's
an
not
old
familiar.
So Google
satellite
just
image.
grabbed them off the archive. Okay.
Yep, that's exactly what it looks like. It's weird. It's this bluish tint to it, and then there's patches, little square patches of real modern satellite imagery, and then there's all this other area. It's really weird. But anyway, okay, so or I've got something turned off on my side that's not giving me fresh images or something. I don't know what it is, but I am going to put you guys here. So I shall change that to here there. Okay. And that will be on the daybreak of the 18th. You're almost getting to that Duluth point. But that's where you're going to stop unless you want to continue. But following the normal 30-mile cycles and stop, you did cross a road, so you didn't have to worry about that. You do have more space that you could travel if you want to travel during daylight hours. Just let me know what you guys want to do. Do you want to proceed? Do you want to stop again?
I think we should set up camp now that Flora has been buried and we've moved away from her resting place. And then I'm going to try and convince Lawrence to have a sleep because I'm worried about him.
Okay. Talk it out.
Yeah. Lawrence, your behavior is not beginning, but it is concerning.
What a way to open up. He's thinking the exact same thing about you. But anyway.
He just stands up immediately and starts walking away from you.
No, not like that. I don't think you're taking care of yourself. When was the last time you slept?
He's still walking away. He's not stopping unless you're following him.
Oh yeah, I'm following him. I'm so much faster. I'm absolutely following, and in fact, I'm in front of him. You need to sleep. I know we don't need to sleep as much anymore, but you seem really on edge, and I think just shutting down for a few hours might help you.
It's not helped you, so no. Thanks, though.
It actually has. I had my psychotic break, and now I'm fine.
Really? You're still...
You need to sleep. And, when was the last time you ate anything either?
Yeah, the pancake. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, but that was days ago.
Day and a half ago.
Even though we don't need those routines anymore, I think it might be beneficial if we tried to stick to them. Try to eat something every day, and try to have at least a little shut-eye every day. Come on, I'll watch over you, make sure nothing happens. Even if, my behavior has been a little more aggressive lately, everything I've done has been to protect us. I would not do anything to you or let anything happen to you.
Yeah, I'm just having a little difficulty believing that right now.
What about my judgment, about my actions, makes you feel like you can't trust me?
The fact that you're doing it so easily. You and Ox both. It's so easy for you to suddenly start killing things, just on the fly. I get the defending yourself thing. I get the fighting back thing. But just wantonly murdering with no emotional repercussions? That's... You should know this. Good signs of a psychopath.
You know,
Right
I've
now,
always...
I feel like I'm traveling with two psychopaths.
You know, I've always struggled with relating to people that I don't know. And in this new gray area where
This
I'm not sure
isn't
what classifies as a
anything about
person
relating
anymore.
to people that you don't know. These are just people that you're wantonly killing and then having no concerns or about
I will
what
say,
you're doing.
Millie, you did kill those random campers for seemingly no reason.
As I said, I had my psychotic break and I'm better now.
I don't think you are. I don't think any of us are. Right now, I don't think I could sleep even if I tried. This is too much.
It's a lot, that's fair. What can we do to help you?
I don't know. I don't know anything.
When we get to a more secluded area, would it help if we just
Surrounded
screamed
by
for a
forest.
bit?
How more secluded can you get than this?
Well, we're right in the middle of a bunch of roads. I don't know how loud we can be in the new shapes. So I'd rather not risk alerting any townsfolk.
But there aren't any roads anywhere near us. Are there?
I'm
Don't see any.
looking at it. Depends on how far you're zoomed in. I see plenty of roads all around us.
All around us are familiar places.
Yeah, it's
I
just,
think it's within a mile.
Yeah, the nearest
Yeah.
They
road's
are within a mile.
about a
Okay.
mile
there's
away.
nothing within a mile, but yeah. Within
Yeah.
50 miles, there's lots of roads, yeah.
So I'd rather not set off any alarms by screaming right now.
Smart.
How about doing the Great Call of the North?
The what?
I did a peacock. That's definitely
Anyway.
the call of the north.
Well, Lawrence, it may help if you
You're always rocking to sleep.
try to find a new purpose, which that might be strange. But let me just say, for me, my purpose is to keep the two of you safe. Lawrence and Millie, Uncle Ox, doing what he does, and that's
Pretty fast.
made things easier for me. Not easy, but I also think of what else can I do? I could roll over and die. But we're trying our best to
Crap.
avoid what can be avoided and talk it out when possible, but can't do much else.
Hey, that's my blue picture. But anyway. What she posted in Nightbane.
Oh.
I have made a mistake. Laura did have one other item on her.
Oh,
Sorry. I had it in my notes and everything, and I was just reading through it, and I was like, oh, yeah. Not that it's going to help anybody with anything here. She had a 1-inch by 1-inch square. I guess the best way to describe it is it looks like a piece of aluminum foil. And on cue, bing!
How?
Just so amazing. That's just how awesome she is.
Welcome to
Can I tell
Nightbane.
if it was a chocolate wrapper?
Oh, unlike yours, has not been crumpled.
Oh. How thick is this piece of aluminium?
See, I knew somebody was going to say that once I said aluminum. One of you two was going to say
It's
aluminium.
because it is aluminium.
I almost
Yeah.
said tin foil, but I don't want to call it tin foil. It's aluminum foil. It's aluminium
aluminium.
foil.
How about
Anyway.
aluminium?
It
But how
looks
thick
like
is it?
standard aluminum foil. It's as light as what you would expect it to be, but it doesn't feel flimsy.
And it hasn't been crumpled?
No.
Okay.
Who's going to try it? Somebody's going to try it.
I sniff the aluminium foil.
Okay, it smells
thought you were
like
gonna lick it.
aluminium.
Yeah, I think the next bet might be to lick it.
It tastes like it if you know what it tastes like.
Yeah. Okay.
It's tangy. If it's a physical object, she knows what it tastes like.
Correct. We're learning. That was wholly useless. I don't know what else we can do to try to figure this out. Do either of you know?
Well, do we need to figure it out?
It's a piece of metal. What's there to figure out?
Why she had it and barely anything else. And also, if it was just in her pocket and it's so thin and so small, how did it not get crumpled? Look at it. It is pristine.
I
There's
think
not
we
a
should leave
trace on
that
it.
to your curiosity, Millie,
Oh,
over
yeah.
the next coming weeks.
We've seen the inside of your purse. You'll carry a bunch of stuff that's pointless.
Okay, but not a pristinely uncrumpled, fresh piece of tinfoil.
Aluminum.
But yeah, so we did that before, I'll say. But then fast forward, and then so Lawrence, that is all to say. I think envisioning a new purpose for your life might be useful to you.
Great. Thanks.
There is something else that you
So
guys need to do with that square, but anyway.
What else can I do with the square?
Try to crumple it.
Somebody's going to try and crumple it. Bend it. Anything.
Should I? Should I crumple the foil?
I mean, you're the one who has it.
I
Left
crumple
it to
the
your
foil.
curiosity.
Well, no, I don't crumple the foil. I, fold it in half.
You can't.
What do you mean I can't?
You can't. You physically can't.
What if I really, as hard as I can?
You can't.
Can I set it on fire?
Does
I
aluminium
melt it?
burn?
It doesn't burn, but it melts. It's the melting point, actually. I forget.
I don't know off the top of my head, but if you
Okay.
look it up, you can
Hotter
tell
than
me.
hotter than a standard fire. It's
Okay.
about 1,220 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit hotter than the standard fire.
Okay, so that does nothing for me.
You're not going to melt. Not out here. You cannot physically change it. No matter, you're in Morphous form. You are a supernatural creature. You cannot even bend it.
I bite it.
You bite it. You do not leave a mark.
I tear it.
You can't. It's defying your logic. It looks, it smells, it feels as light as an aluminum piece of foil should be. But you cannot physically change it.
I tried to use it as a blade. On just like a
Okay.
tree or a shrubbery or something nearby. If it's so firm, yet so thin, surely it must be able to slice.
Yes.
It works?
Yes.
Interesting.
See, I really wish she hadn't died. She knows this thing. But anyway.
Lawrence, I know we're having a bit of a mentee bee right now, but would you try shooting this for me? And I hold the piece of tinfoil by the corner.
He reaches out and takes the piece of presumably aluminium. Tries to repeat many of the process, bending it.
Mm-hmm. Same thing. Cannot physically change its shape.
If we can't bend it, it's not worth wasting the ammunition.
I want to see what happens to the bullet, actually.
Well, too bad, because I want to see my family sane again. And I guess that's not happening anytime soon, so no, I'm not wasting a bullet on this.
Fine, okay, give it back.
No. It's now in the corner.
I had it first.
Deal with it.
Uncle Ox!
Great.
Well, it seems like we've diverted back to our 10-year-old selves. So what we're going to need to do here is have a sit down. Just go ahead and sit down where you are. I'll make us some food. You guys probably shouldn't say anything. I think that's for the best. Just enjoy the surroundings. Stay calm. Enjoy the trees. Enjoy the trees, Millie. All will be well. I'm gonna just get you some acorn goodness here.
He took my aluminum.
He'll get it back. It seems to be undestroyable. All right, here we go. Here's some. I'm gonna crunch up some acorns into a sort of cornmeal. I'm gonna cook that over a fire to make little cakes, little bread pieces here. Here, have a munch on those. It'll be delicious.
Okay.
Now, Gox, you got one of those camp forks or knives?
Well, I believe I do. And of course he does. Here you go, Lawrence.
Thanks.
No problem. So, have a munch on those. Chill it down a bit. And then we'll circle back to whose is what's and what's is whose. All right? Very good. Of course, of course. What's Uncle Ox for?
So, Lawrence, you're trying lots of things. Anything you want to bring up? Or do you know what you have? As a player,
yes.
Okay.
I believe so.
Okay.
Something you will never be able to damage. Tange. If I'm correct, this thing's a damage category even higher than what we can do.
But what if, for science, what if it was inside of a nuclear warhead? Like around the atoms that get split, what then?
Who knows? I don't.
Damage it.
He's testing ringing. What are the sounds metals make when they hit against something hard? And then testing this one as well to see what kind of sounds come from it.
Sounds like aluminum.
after like an hour of repeating various levels of experiments, testing it on different kinds of bark, different bits, he's gonna very quietly, in a corner, put one of his fingers up to it and like check back and make sure Millie's not looking, and we'll shadow blast it with just one PPE to see what. Nothing. Okay. After that,
Doesn't even dent it, scar it, scratch it. I mean, every test that you can run out here in the wild says it's aluminum, but it's just physically not acting like aluminum. It is tougher than anything you've ever seen. Way tougher than steel. Maybe even approaching or passing diamond. Definitely cuts like diamond or higher. But it's just a piece of aluminum foil.
Clothes remain on our human shape when we go back from Morphus to Facade, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to human, Morphus, Facade, as it were, and I'm gonna pull out one of my earrings,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna swipe that bad boy back from Lawrence, and I'm gonna try going at it with the earring to see which is harder.
Are you saying your earring is diamond?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm an attorney. I have shmoney.
You know how shmoney.
Shmoney.
Guess what?
Yes.
Guess what, shmoney? You've ruined one of your diamond earrings.
Really?
Really? It blunted it.
Well, that's okay.
It dulled it.
It would have scratched across the surface because they would have. The point of the diamond is not just exposed.
Welcome to Nightbane, where things can be harder than diamonds.
Okay.
Way harder.
Way harder than diamonds.
Okay. I begin to have a breakdown about the Mohs scale. I put my earring back in, and I return to Facade. No, to I go back to a bug, whichever
Yes,
the bug one is.
Morphus.
I understand.
Okay.
But Lawrence,
And
you
then
didn't see that. The actual diamond test. It's harder than diamond. Way harder than diamond. But it feels like you should be able to just take it in your hand and crumple it. No problem whatsoever. Has no weight to it almost. And when you drop it, it follows air density patterns of what a piece of aluminum foil should do. It just gradually floats down. It doesn't act like it has the density that it does.
I think after even all that, Lawrence is now just skulking away, hiding behind a tree, and genuinely having a real good cry.
Good for you. Good for you.
Because that is like a final straw of not even this piece of metal makes any sense. And I have no equipment to properly test or figure out what this thing is made of. He's in full swing of acknowledging that his life's over. He needs to find a new one. And he doesn't know if he has the mental willpower to try.
Okay. Anybody else?
Please don't kill Uncle Ox.
Kill Uncle Ox? What? Where did that come from?
Yeah,
I know what I have to do.
But I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
I have seen that movie several times. I've only seen that
it's so
scene
good.
once. And every single time the scene comes by, I actually get up and walk away from the film.
Really?
I refuse to watch Good old Han
Han Solo.
Solo die more than once. It won't happen again.
Really?
I'm not doing it. Nope.
Interesting.
That was
The only
pretty
reason they
rude
did that is
move.
because the actor asked for it. And I think that's silly. Harrison Ford, I respect you. You're a great actor. But don't make your characters die just because you want them to.
It had been 40 years. Man needed a rest.
The man needed a rest, not the character.
Both could be true.
They can bring him back.
Somehow Palpatine
without
returned.
him now. They brought
Happened with the
Leia
books, too.
back.
Oh. But only for the hologram to like wrap everything up.
Yeah. But they can bring people back now. But anyway,
Yeah, but they shouldn't.
they shouldn't.
But anyway, yes, we're sobbing. Well, he's sobbing. I'm glaring at a piece of tinfoil.
Piece of tin foil. If only she would have written down notes. Anyway, but that was not her MO. She kept everything in her mind, which wasn't much anyhow. You already know that.
Yes.
Players say Flora useless.
Useless. She served her purpose.
No, she didn't. She had more purpose to serve and then she died.
Yeah, she had more purpose to serve, and then
She had
a
an
vampire
actual
got the upper
purpose.
hand. Sorry. Anything. You have your cry. You're gonna get something to eat or sleep.
I'm going to assume that Ox is aware of the crying. Unless you'd like me to roll perception against your prowliness, Lawrence.
I don't really have a prowl, but I think he would slink off quietly. So we'll try to slink off quietly. I don't
So
think I
we'll
have
make it
any
a
prowl at all.
medium difficulty perception, which means roll 12 or better.
Okay. I have counter tracking, if that matters.
You could find him.
Okay. That's a natty one. I don't know.
Hey, once I notice Lawrence sneaking off, or that he's gone or whatever, I would shroud myself from him individually and fly around until I find him. No, I shroud myself from everyone but Ox, and then fly around looking to find him. Just to see where he is, and then go back.
Okay.
Just so we're not like being kidnapped or whatever.
So, okay, Lawrence, when you wander off, would you go more than 300 yards?
That's a good question. Probably not. Probably not too far off, mainly because
You know where he's at without doing that. You all have developed the ability to sense Nightbane. And it's a constant ping. You know where he's at. If he doesn't go beyond 300 yards.
I still would want to have eyes on him
Okay.
for a bit, though.
That's fine. You can have eyes on him.
Yeah, but I leave him to sob it out.
Hang on. Let me roll percentile quickly.
Okay.
90%. So, when you do lay eyes on him, he has curled up on the side and has actually fallen asleep.
Hey.
From
But there's a very noticeable wet patch on the ground. He was crying on his side, just curled up like a little fetal position.
From knowing Lawrence all my entire life, I would know how heavy of a sleeper he is. Is he a heavy sleeper once he
No.
gets to sleep? No.
No, he has to do blackout curtains. He has soundboards inside his room just to block out noise. Can't even sleep with a fan on. Has to be dead quiet.
So I wouldn't be able to lift him and take him back to the base camp for the day.
Previous experience, he would probably wake up.
Okay. Then I'll just leave him where he is, and I will perch myself into a tree just to watch.
Okay. Well then. It is going to be evening of the 18th, and we shall call the episode there. Lawrence is having problems. They have a strange piece of metal as well now. Flora is dead, but they are almost around Duluth. Another couple days, they will be around it and heading towards Canada. And we'll see what happens next. They met vampires, which they think are vampires. They officially haven't met vampires, but hey, we shall see what happens next time. Join us again, and we shall see what happens next, or who breaks first, or breaks more. We know who breaks. Thank you. Bye.
The end may have closed for now. We hope you met a friend this go around. Tired and blurry you may be. We hope your minds are full from this revelry. May peace follow you out. May you return for more giggles and shouts.